Welcome to Stock Trading Secrets. This is day one, and I'm going to get through some of the basics to the advanced levels of how the market works, who can trade, and what are the types of trading, what kind of traders are there in the market, and how you can make a parallel source of income from this business of stock trading regularly. Right. So, my name is Vishal Malkan, founder of Malkan's Youth Training Institute. Founded this training institute way back in 2008. I'll just go into a brief history where I got started and got fascinated with the markets at an early age of 13. When I was in 8th standard, I got introduced to the world of stock market, and I used to go to my dad's office in summer break. And that was the time when the whole big scam happened of Harshad Mehta. That was 1993. But everybody was talking about ACC, Reliance, Tata Motors, Tata Steel, and all those things. And that's the time I decided that I want to be in this market and this business. And as soon as my 10th standard got over, I joined stock market after my 10th grade. And that too, I had to actually lie to my family, and I took an admission in a college which was next to stock market called KC College for my graduation. And that's where actually I started learning the basics of technical. Now, initially, first few months, I was just going there as a paper trading. I didn't do anything. I just go there and look at the market. One of my cousin uncle was into trading. He used to write open, high, low, close, and come back every day. Tata Steel, Tata Motors, Tata ACC, and ITC. These were the stocks which we were following regularly. And after 8-9 months, I thought that now this is very easy. We do some calculation manually and then say, okay, this will go up, this will go down. That was very raw form of technical analysis. And then I started trading. And initially, I made some money, then lost some money. And I got one very, very simple technique called BTST. That BTST technique is called as buy today, sell tomorrow. And with that simple technique, and the markets were going up, by the year 2000, when I was in my TYB I made 20 lakh rupees, which is big at that time. And I thought I'm a genius. And I thought like I can make more money. My friends also thought that I'm a genius. They joined me. Everybody started trading. And then we witnessed the biggest crash at that point of time called the dot-com bubble, when all the stocks went down crazy and all my friends lost money. And I also lost all my 20 lakhs, plus I got into debt. So before I can even get my graduation certificate, I got a debt certificate. And then I thought the money which I made was more of a fluke. So I need to learn, but I didn't have money. So I got out of the stock market. I started attending college. I did my part-time MBA from Nursi Monji College. I did my part-time diploma in sales and marketing. I did a part-time job also for 1 year in Cadbury selling chocolates. But as I believe in destiny, I hope all of you are destined to be listening to this session today on this quarantine day and may take the clues from the universe. So I thought I'm destined to be doing this stock trading. So I came back to stock market in 2004. And then I thought, let me do it systematically. So as it is, I was learning fundamental analysis in college, and I joined a technical analysis course in Bombay Stock Exchange, that 20-floor building, the iconic Bombay Stock Exchange. And technical, fundamental, both I was learning. And then somewhere I got that fundamental is slightly difficult or maybe complicated versus technical, which is slightly simple. So I would go more deeper into that. So between 2004 and 2007, I actually went through a lot of technical books, or a lot of fundamental books, a lot of sessions, whatever videos were available at that point of time. Almost, I think I read more than 400 books on trading, investing, whatever stuff. And the turning point of my life happened when December 2007, when markets were at the peak. And I made a report on Nifty that this market is going to crash big time. And it happened actually. In 2008, January, market crashed 2 days, 20%, 21st January, 22nd January. And that was the turning point of my life when for the first time between 95 and 2008, market crashed big time and I did not lose money. And that was a very big aha moment for me. And then I realized that I learned something about the market. And now I can pass on that knowledge. The only advantage I had is I started very early in my life. Like I started at the age of 15 and I did those mistakes and blunders. But if you have to start at this point of time, I don't have that much time or that much patience or that much money or that much knowledge to survive that long learning curve. And that's how we decided to do this, started Training Institute. Now, Malkan's Youth Training Institute. Now, this training institute was basically coming out of boredom. Boredom means on Saturday, Sunday, I was getting bored. and let's say I start teaching people using simple techniques. Me and my wife started this training institute. My wife, who was a lawyer earlier before we got married, now she's a full-time trainer, coach, co-author of the book. And then we started this small training institute, rented office, with five students coming on Saturday, Sunday to learn technical analysis. And then it grew so big. We never imagined that it will grow big, because so many people got results, and it turned out to be a major profession now. Is they started doing seminars, workshops, and programs all across India in the live format, then online programs. And then we did a lot of online webinars, 1-year coaching program, mindset coaching, channels, newspaper coverages, and finally, first award anybody got in India on stock market as a trading coach was Meghna Mulkan by Times Group. And then we got the second was Best Training Institute for Stock Trading and Investment by International Excellence. Iconic influencers in financial markets, most dynamic power couple in stock trading, and the only Indian company to be awarded prestigious 2 Comma Club by ClickFunnels. This is because we did a lot of online programs. We are the #1 company in online training programs in stock markets in India. And finally, this is my best award actually, the hashtag. If you can, I can show you the book copy here. It's there. And this is like my 20 years of work, which is condensed into this 250 pages, me and Meghna. And if some of you might have the book also, you might if you have read the book, it has very basic technical analysis. Now we are going to go into the details of how we can scale up as a pro trader. There are 4 things what you need to do in this business to become a pro trader. Now, the first one, as you can see in this one, is the mind management. Second is the risk management. Third is the tools management. And the fourth is the trade management. Mind, how to manage your minds, because human beings are driving the market, and you have to deal with your emotions of hope, greed, and fear. You have to manage your risk, which is most people struggle with managing the risk, and most people lose money in this current crash. Many people lost a lot of money because they didn't have the right risk management, including the big funds, mutual funds, or big traders, FIIs. They go wrong on this one especially. The third one is the tools, which will help you to know which tools and which stocks to trade based on the techniques. And the trade management is what we have, a trading system, where to buy, when to buy, how much to buy, and how to manage your emotions. These are the 4 things which we need to address if you want to become a good trader. Now, many people focus is on the last 2 part, which is the tools and the trade. Now, if you focus on tools and trade, then you don't become a good trader. You just become a good analyst. You just become a good analyst, and there are tons of people who have good analysis skills. They identify the market, they identify the stock, but कहाँ ट्रेड करना है, क्यों ट्रेड करना है, और कैसे ट्रेड करना है, या कितना रिस्क लेना चाहिए, और माइंड मैनेजमेंट वहां पे गलत हो जाते हैं और खाली एनालिस्ट बन के रह जाते हैं. Now, one of the strengths of Malkan's Training Institute is because I'm not only training people, but मैं खुद भी ट्रेड कर रहा हूँ. मेरा खुद का भी पैसा लगा है, मेरा खुद का अकाउंट है, मैंने बहुत सारे खुद के ट्रेड्स भी शेयर किए हैं मार्केट में, और मेरे स्टूडेंट्स जो मेरे साथ काम करते हैं उनको मेरे ट्रेड्स मालूम है. सो मैं जब खुद ट्रेड करूंगा और सिखाऊंगा, तब जाके थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस आता है. और बहुत लोग करते हैं, लेकिन बहुत कम लोग करते हैं. काफी लोग खाली ट्रेनिंग करते हैं फॉर द हेक ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, व्हिच डजंट मेक सेंस. सो if you get good at tools and trade, which free books and free videos are available, then you become a good analyst. But if you get good at mind management and good at risk management, then you become a good trader. So all 4 are required equally, and they have to be managed properly. Right? I hope you are enjoying, and if you can just hit the share button so that more people can join this session as of now. And let's go to the next one, which are the common myths about trading. Now, I'm not able to do a slide share, so you can see all the slides, all the points together. Maybe we'll fix it by tomorrow. My team, can we have just one thumbs up for my team who's working from home and doing all kinds of technical stuffs and emails and messages and Facebook groups and YouTube channel. One big thumbs up for Malkan's team to work hard in this lockdown period also, and make this thing happen for all you 4,000 people who are logging in right now on this platform. Thank you so much for those comments and thumbs up. Now, these are the common myths about trading. Now, most common myth about trading is buy cheap and sell expensive. If you see that, because this is the way we have been wired since childhood, is that we should buy things cheap, right? We should not buy expensive. We should always bargain, sale, discount, and all that. And that's why the same mentality comes in market. कि market जब गिरता है तभी हमको लगता है कि ये सस्ता है और हम सस्ते खरीदने जाते हैं और सस्ता हो जाता है. जैसे येस बैंक का एग्जांपल ले लो, जो 400 रुपए पे ट्रेड कर रहा था, जब 200 हो गया और रोज कुछ ना कुछ लोग फोन करते हैं और बोलते हैं येस बैंक लेना चाहिए, येस बैंक लेना चाहिए. मतलब क्यों ले रहे हो? क्यों? क्योंकि नीचे आ गया. नीचे आ गया उसका मतलब थोड़ी है कि वो ऊपर जाएगा और सस्ता है. दैट सेम मेंटालिटी कम्स इनटू द माइंड. If you want to buy the best stocks, best strategy ever in stock market is to buy an all-time high stock. All-time high मतलब जो सबसे ऊपर जा रहा है. लेकिन आज के मार्केट में भी कुछ ऐसे स्टॉक्स है जो ऑल टाइम हाई बना रहे हैं, जैसे फार्मा कंपनीज है, डीवीज लैब, इप्का लैब्स. अब मैं बोलूंगा इप्का लैब्स खरीद लो, 1600 का भाव है, तो आप बोलोगे नहीं नहीं बहुत महंगा है. क्यों? क्योंकि वो बहुत ऊपर चला गया. अगर ऊपर चला गया है उसका मतलब क्या है कि कंपनी अच्छा कर रही है और इतने लॉकडाउन और वायरस के सिचुएशन में भी अच्छा कर रही है, मतलब वो फंडामेंटली स्ट्रांग है, तो उसको खरीदना चाहिए, ना कि कुछ जो नीचे जा रहा है, राइट? एंड दैट सेम mentality which we come from hope for the best, which is we buy a stock at 100 rupees, then it goes down, and then we wait, and if it goes down we say we become a long term investor. That is because we are hoping for the best. हमको बचपन से सिखाया है hope for the best, always think positive and all that stuff, but that doesn't work in the market. In the market you have to be ruthless, you have to be not hopeful, you have to be strategic. जरा भी नीचे जाता है हमको अपना लॉस बुक करके निकलना है. और markets are risky. Actually market risky नहीं है, अपना mind risky है, because we don't accept our losses. When we lose money we don't book the losses and the losses become big. कोई भी शेयर 400 रुपए से सीधा 100 नहीं हो जाता है, 400 से 350 होता है, फिर 300 होता है, फिर 250 होता है. So it is important for you to understand that part, that it's not the market which are risky but your mind which is risky. And making money is a struggle. It's no, I don't think so. It's very easy and very simple, but if you do it systematically, managing all the 4 things properly. Okay, so I'm going to use this another platform. Let's talk about, there are only 2 ways to do the analysis in the market. One is called the fundamental analysis and one is called the technical analysis. Now in fundamental analysis, if you guys are, I've done finance MBA, so I know what all things are covered. You look at balance sheet, you look at what you call as P&L statement, then you look at, I'm just using this for the first time, ratios, and then you look at management, you look at company records, you look at government policies, you look at what was that, promoters, you look at business cycle, and you look at oil price. Nowadays oil price is one major thing. You look at dollar price, then you look at the economy, then you look at political situation. Now all this is fundamental analysis. Now I know that many people, these are the only 2 ways to do analysis. One is fundamental, one is technical. Now if you are if you want to trade, either of them you have to learn. If you are not doing any of these, that means you are gambling. इसके अलावा कुछ भी कर रहे हो, मतलब आप सट्टा कर रहे हो या स्पेकुलेशन कर रहे हो, और प्रॉफिट होने का चांस लक पे डिपेंड करेगा. लेकिन अगर आपको फंडामेंटल समझता है तो आप ट्रेड कर सकते हो, और या तो टेक्निकल समझता है तो ट्रेड कर सकते हो. लेकिन फंडामेंटल समझने में आपको बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स देखने पड़ेंगे, जैसे ये सब मैंने जो नोट डाउन किए अभी, ये जो नोट डाउन किए उसको देखने के लिए, उसको समझने के लिए आपके पास कम से कम फाइनेंस बैकग्राउंड का कोई डिग्री होगा, एमबीए होगा, सीएफए सीए होगा, तो ही आप इसको समझ सकते हो. लेकिन और वो हमारे सबके पास नहीं है, और होगा तो भी हमारे पास उतना टाइम नहीं है कि इतना एनालिसिस करें, या हमारे पास उतनी स्किल्स नहीं है. आज जैसे हमने कोई होम मेकर को सिखाया, या जैसे मेघना को सिखाया, शी इज अ लॉयर, काफी सारे इंजीनियर्स को सिखाया, काफी सारे डॉक्टर्स को सिखाया, तो उनके पास फाइनेंस बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, तो ये सब काम वो नहीं कर सकते. लेकिन वो एक काम कर सकते हैं, वो टेक्निकल एनालिसिस करते हैं. और उसका डायरेक्ट कनेक्शन क्या है कि जितने लोग भी फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस करते हैं और जितना भी उनको नॉलेज है, सबको सब नहीं मालूम है. किसी को बैलेंस शीट के बारे में मालूम है, किसी को गवर्नमेंट के बारे में मालूम है, किसी को ये मालूम है, किसी को ये मालूम है, बट नोबडी नोज एवरीथिंग. एंड ऑल दिस पीपल आर ट्रेडिंग इन द मार्केट एंड दे डिराइव समथिंग कॉल्ड एज प्राइस. Now, we as technical analysts study price, and price can do only three things. Either it can go up, or it can go down, or it can go sideways. This is how simple it is. If it is going up, what does it mean? That the fundamentals are good. And if it is going down, what does it mean? The fundamentals are wrong. And if it is going steady, what does it mean? That fundamentals are steady. Now, the common challenge with people, you know what? सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम मार्केट में क्या है? मैं इतने साल से हूं मार्केट में, अभी 24 साल होने को है, 25 साल होने को है एक्चुअली, एंड रोज मुझे कोई ना कोई एक आदमी तो ऐसा पूछता ही है, फोन पे, मैसेज पे, ईमेल पे, फेसबुक पे, और ये सबसे सिली क्वेश्चन होता है. यू नो व्हाट इज सिली क्वेश्चन? कि मार्केट क्यों नीचे जा रहा है या क्यों ऊपर जा रहा है. जब ये क्यों जो है, why it is going up or down is absolutely irrelevant. You don't need to know. अब येस बैंक 400 से 100 क्यों हो गया, उसके पीछे इतने सारे कारण हैं, इतने सारे घपले हैं, इतने सारे लॉसेस है या जो भी है, ये सब हमारे समझ के बाहर है. We as a common man cannot understand all these things. ये जो स्कैम होता है येस बैंक पे या कितने सारे अदर स्टॉक्स में, तो ये ओवरनाइट नहीं होता है. ऐसा सडनली 400 वाला सीधा 50 रुपए नहीं हो गया, धीरे धीरे हुआ. तो 400 से जब 300 हुआ, तो इफ वी आर स्टडिंग द प्राइस, देन वी नो दैट समथिंग इज रॉन्ग. एंड इफ वी नो दैट समथिंग इज रॉन्ग, तो हमारे लिए उतना काफी है उसको सेल करने के लिए, शॉर्ट करने के लिए. हमको ये जानना जरूरी नहीं है कि क्यों हो रहा है, हमको खाली ये जानना है कि क्या हो रहा है. एंड दैट्स द बिगेस्ट मिथ I can break for you, that most people think that you need to know a lot of things about the market to trade in the market. No, I don't know. I have actually had to unlearn all these things because this is actually creating noise from me. This is actually nonsense, actually, I would say, right? So I depend purely and purely on technicals and 100% technical. You won't believe, in spite of being a finance guy or fundamental MBA guy, in the last so many years, I have never ever subscribed to Economic Times newspaper. I have never ever part of any kind of forums, or I don't have a TV in my office. Although I appear on channels, I appear on newspapers, I don't watch it because I don't need that. जो भी टीवी में बोल रहे हैं या जहां पे भी बोल रहे हैं, वो सब प्राइस को ऑलरेडी मालूम है. प्राइस, और मैं प्राइस को स्टडी कर रहा हूं, तो प्राइस से मुझे पता चलता है कि मार्केट क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. और टेक्निकल एनालिसिस इज अ लीडिंग इंडिकेटर. लीडिंग मतलब क्या, कि अगले 6 महीने में या 8 महीने में जो भी होने वाला है, वो प्राइस उसको डिस्काउंट कर देता है ऑलरेडी, राइट? जैसे अभी मार्केट बहुत नीचे गया इन द लास्ट फ्यू डेज. निफ्टी 9,000, 8,500, 7,500 तक गया था और फिर से बाउंस हो गया. अब वायरस का चक्कर तो अभी भी चालू है, लॉकडाउन तो अभी भी चालू है, फिर भी मार्केट ने बाउंस कर दिया, क्योंकि अभी मार्केट ने एक लेवल तक का डिस्काउंटिंग कर दिया है कि 6 महीने तक सब बिजनेस स्लो डाउन होगा, सबका 20%, 30% का रिसेशन होगा, तो वो डिस्काउंट हो गया है. अब अगर कुछ बड़ा और होता है प्रॉब्लम, जो ऐसा ग्रेट डिप्रेशन टाइप, तो ही वो लेवल के नीचे जाएगा, नहीं तो वो स्टेडी हो जाएगा यहाँ पे. सो सम पीपल आर सरप्राइज कि इतना मार्केट बाउंस क्यों किया इन द लास्ट फ्यू डेज. So we don't need to understand why the markets are going up and down. We just need to follow this price pattern. मार्केट ऊपर जाएगा तो बाय करना है, और मार्केट नीचे जाएगा तो सेल करना है, और मार्केट साइडवेज जाएगा तो कुछ नहीं करना है. Now let me give you the best analogy, and I would like your comment if you like that analogy. Okay, let me just go back to my handsome face and you can see me, right? Let me give you this great example. I use it everywhere. Let's say काफी लोग चैलेंज करते हैं, including my father, who never supported me in this stock market business initially. For the few years, I actually had to literally fight and also opposed, and a lot of arguments used to happen for many years. But now he's so proud, and now he actually tells people, my son comes on TV and author and all that stuff. So let's say people are thinking that खाली चार्ट देख के या खाली लाइंस को देख के आप कैसे ट्रेड कर सकते हो. फंडामेंटल जानना जरूरी नहीं है, या कंपनी के बारे में जानना जरूरी नहीं है, टीवी देखना जरूरी नहीं है. और मैं बोलता हूं कि नहीं है. क्यों? लेट्स टेक दिस एग्जांपल. ओके, आई गिव दिस एग्जांपल इज लेट्स से टॉक अबाउट बॉलीवुड. और बॉलीवुड में बहुत सारे स्ट्रॉन्ग एक्टर्स है, physically strong, like let's say Akshay Kumar, John Abraham, or Tiger Shroff, Hrithik Roshan, and all these people, right? Bollywood fans say yes. So let's take one example. John Abraham is physically strong, right? And he follows all the diet and all that, no drinking, no smoking. I'm just taking example. If John is listening, just take an example, okay? So he's physically fit. He doesn't have any bad habits. He sleeps on time. He works out every day. That means the fundamentals are strong. Now, suddenly, do physically fit people have heart attacks? Yes, so many of them nowadays. So let's say John has some chest pain, and what he will do, he'll go to the family doctor. Family doctor will say, what will he say? Oh, John, tu to strong hai, tere ko kuch problem nahi hai, tu jaake aaram kar. No, he's going to say, go and check out, go and do an ECG test, right? So John goes to the ECG lab and gets the ECG report on the heart, and the ECG report comes, and doctor comes and shows the doctor. Doctor looks at the chart. Can you see my hand? Oh, doctor looks at the ECG report. It says John Abraham ECG report. And what is he looking at? The lines. Now, doctors have learned how to analyze those lines, right? ECG is nothing but lines. Now, if the lines are okay, that means nothing happened. Just take rest. There might be some muscle pain. But if the lines have a problem, what will doctor say? Okay, aapko angiography, angioplasty, whatever you have to do, right? Now, if there is a problem in the lines, डॉक्टर ऐसा बोलेगा, अरे जॉन तू तो इतना फिट है, तेरे को कैसे हुआ? मेरे को 1 महीना दे, मैं ढूंढ के निकालता हूं. ऐसा नहीं बोलेगा ना. He is not going behind why it happened. He is going to give you the remedy for what has happened already. And that's exactly what technical analysis is. If the lines are going down, that means something is wrong, and the remedy is sell. And if the lines are going up, and that means the markets are good, something is right with the fundamentals, the remedy is buy. You don't need to think क्यों ऊपर जा रहा है. Don't worry about that. क्यों ऊपर जा रहा है, क्यों नीचे जा रहा है, उससे अपना कुछ मतलब नहीं है. That's absolutely rubbish. टाटा मोटर्स 600 वाला अभी 70 रुपया हो गया, और तो क्यों नीचे जा रहा है? आप बोलोगे हाँ, स्टील का प्राइस बढ़ गया, डॉलर का प्राइस बढ़ गया, मैनेजमेंट ये है, और जैगवार फेल हो गया, टाटा मोटर्स और नैनो फेल हो गया, एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. ये सब रीजन जानने से फायदा क्या हुआ? क्या उखाड़ लोगे आप? अगर रीजन, सॉरी फॉर दैट Hindi stuff, I get into the Mumbai language, but doesn't make sense, right? Still people have, how many of you would say that, oh, okay, I bought Tata Motors at 300, 200, thinking it's cheap, and it got cheaper, right? So technical analysis is the backdoor study of fundamental analysis. You don't need to understand fundamentals because you are looking at the heart of the market, ECG, right? And that way we become the doctors. We know how to study the charts, how to read the lines, and that's enough for us to understand something is wrong or something is good. That's it. Really, actually, that's simple it is. And that's why we are able to train 10-year-old and 12-year-old people also, because they don't know anything about, they don't even know what is a stock market, but they know that lines are going up, matlab buy karne ka, lines niche ja raha hai to sell karne ka. That's it. My son knows that. About markets, I think slides is zyada ye acha hai. Something new technology we are using. Let's talk about market. What is a market? Market is basically a place where there are buyers and sellers, right? So there are physical markets, like you have vegetable market, you have fruit market, you have textile market, you have malls, you have shopping markets, you have all kinds of market. And there's financial market called stock market. Now, where is stock market? Have you seen the stock market? It's in Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange in Bandra. But is that the only place where you can trade? No. Now, buyers and sellers are across the world. It's a virtual market, right? And it's intangible market. So you can't see the market. Basically, when I say Nifty is 9,000 right now, what am I talking? 9,000 निफ्टी मतलब क्या? आपने कभी निफ्टी को देखा है, बुलाया है, टच किया है, कभी मिले हो? नहीं. So 9,000 निफ्टी मतलब क्या? Where is it residing? It is residing in your mind. 9,000 Nifty is a collective perception of all the people who are trading in the market, right? So let's say this is 9,000 Nifty, and it is in your mind, right? So markets are basically in your mind. Now, the second thing what I want to ask you, what are the timings of the market? If you want to comment in the comment section. So what are the timings of the market? The timings of the market are between 9:15 to 3:30 in India, Indian stock market. So does the market stop or shut at 3:30? Yes or no? I don't think so. Why? Because what you just said, that markets are in the mind. So does the market stop at 3:30 in the mind? Does the mind stop? No. It fluctuates. But the platform given by National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange is between 9:15 to 3:30, right? So what we need to understand is markets are always on 365 days, 7 days a week, 24 hours. चारों सातों सातों दिन 365 दिन चालू रहता है, 24 घंटे चालू रहता है. क्यों? जैसे अगर मैं समझ लूं कि 9:15 को यहां से शुरू हुआ और 3:30 को यहां से खत्म हो गया, यहां से यहां तक गया. अब कोई भी चीज जब स्टॉप हो जाती है और फिर से शुरू होगी तो उसको वहीं से शुरू होना पड़ेगा. बट मार्केट वहां से शुरू नहीं होता है, मार्केट ऊपर नीचे जाता है. अगर आज मार्केट बंद है, कल जिधर से भी बंद हुआ, मंडे वहीं से नहीं खुलेगा. क्यों? बिकॉज ये 3 दिन में जितने भी ग्लोबल मार्केट्स ऊपर नीचे होंगे, वायरस का जो भी इश्यू होगा, जो भी पॉलिसी अनाउंसमेंट होगा, उसके बेसिस पे मार्केट या तो ऊपर या तो नीचे खुलेगा. मतलब ये जो न्यूज आ रहा है वो ऑलरेडी मार्केट को घुमा रहा है हमारे माइंड में. लेकिन 9:15 को मंडे को हमको चांस मिलेगा उसको रिएक्ट करने का. दैट मींस मार्केट्स आर 365 days ऑन. If markets are 365 days on, that means it's perpetual motion. If it's perpetual motion, that means it's unstructured environment. And that's what one important point I want to drive is that stock market is unstructured environment. And we human beings are not used to it. हमको structured environment में रहने की आदत है. कैसे? हम जब से पैदा हुए तब से हमारे पास एक स्ट्रक्चर है. मॉर्निंग, आफ्टरनून, इवनिंग, लंच, टी, कॉफी, डिनर, then first school, then college, then office, then work, then get married, then have kids, then get retired. All this, then you go to a movie, there's an entry, there's an interval, there's a break, there's an end. So everything is structured, right? But when you open an account with stock market, when you open an account with your broker, do they give you any rules कि यहाँ से entry है, वहां से exit है, यहाँ से buy करो, वहां से sell करो? नहीं, क्योंकि for every entry there is an exit, and that makes the whole market unstructured. And that makes it difficult for us to trade the market. Why? Because we have never ever dealt with it. So let's say, take an example. Let's say अगर आप स्विमिंग पूल में स्विमिंग रेस करते हो तो हमको मालूम है कि पॉइंट ए क्या है और पॉइंट बी क्या है. यहां से यहां तक रेस करना है, राइट? लेट्स से इफ दिस इज द स्विमिंग पूल, पॉइंट ए, पॉइंट बी, यहां से यहां तक जाना है स्विम करके, तो हमको मालूम है कि कहां से कहां जाना है. लेकिन अगर मैंने ओशियन, एक दरिये में आपको डाल दिया ओशियन में, तो जिसमें अगर आपको स्विमिंग रेस करना है तो आप कैसे करोगे? वहां का कोई स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट नहीं है, वहां का कोई एंड पॉइंट नहीं है. इट्स अ अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड थिंग लाइक स्टॉक मार्केट. सो अगर ओशियन में हमको स्विमिंग करना है तो हमको पहले उसके अंदर एक स्ट्रक्चर बनाना पड़ेगा कि ये मेरा पॉइंट ए और ये मेरा पॉइंट बी, और मैं यहां से ऐसे तैर के जाऊंगा. वैसे ही एग्जैक्टली लाइक दैट स्टॉक मार्केट में, विच इज अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड, वी हैव टू क्रिएट अ स्ट्रक्चर कि अगर ये होगा, ऐसा होगा तो मैं बाय करूंगा, और अगर ऐसा होगा तो मैं सेल करूंगा, नहीं तो मैं कुछ भी नहीं करूंगा. देन इट बिकम्स वेरी मच in alignment with our mind, because our mind cannot think random, take action. We need to think systematically कि सुबह ये करना है, फिर ये करना है, फिर ये करना है. वैसे ही यहाँ पे बाय करना है, यहाँ पे सेल करना है, यहाँ पे एग्जिट करना है. ये अगर समझ में आ गया तो हम इसको ट्रेड कर सकते हैं. और ये हमको कैसे करने को मिलेगा? टेक्निकल एनालिसिस से या फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस से. बट फंडामेंटल हमारे बस की बात नहीं है. कैन वी ऑल जस्ट अज्यूम in this forum right now that हमारे बस की बात नहीं है technical fundamental analysis? Is that okay with that? That means all agree that we are going to be doing technical. और अगर आपको फंडामेंटल सीखना है तो आपको 3 साल MBA या 2 साल CFA या CA या जो भी करना है कर सकते हो, और उसके बाद और 2-3 साल प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो फंडामेंटल समझ में आएगा. बाकी लेकिन काफी लोग कुछ भी किए बिना भी, इंजीनियर लोग भी टीवी देख के फंडामेंटल एनालिस्ट बन जाते हैं. अरे मालूम है ये वायरस का हम लोग वैक्सीन बनाने वाले हैं तो फार्मा कंपनी ऊपर जाएगा तो खरीद लो. All this is kind of nonsense. There's no logic behind it. There's no structure behind it. Okay. just use some structure which will help you to enter the market, which will help you to exit the market, which will help you to book your profit, which will help you to book your losses also. Now, yes, I'm just checking from a point of view where you can understand what I'm trying to make it as basic as simple as possible. I hope you guys are learning and loving it.